everybody. Woo! We are Not Your Average Fangirls. It's your girl, Kat.
Hey, this is Cynthia.
Howdy, everybody. It's Terica.
And this is Carolina.
Today, we're going to be doing a special episode, just talking a little bit more about our funny and embarrassing stories while at K-pop concerts. We did a part 1, which is called Chan's Chingus. You can check that out. And our part 2 was actually our takeover of 83 Day Sister Show, which was just posted a couple days ago. We will link everything down below so you guys can go check that out. So if you guys didn't know, we are going to be at K-pop Social Nights Podcast Fest, which we did last year. And this year, we are also going to be doing a live podcast, and we are going to be talking a little bit more about our stories, or more random stories and embarrassing stories that we had. But besides that, we are also going to be discussing kind of like the top moments of 2021 so far in K-pop. So make sure to get your tickets for the K-pop Social Nights Podcast Fest. You can check out the link in the description so you can buy your tickets. So make sure to check out the K-pop Social Nights Podcast Fest. It will be happening on July 10th and 11th. I believe all of our events will be on the 11th. Hopefully we can see you there. But without further ado, hope you enjoy this episode, and thank you so much for listening.
That's gonna be one of my questions. Can you feel in your bones? Like, can you just look at someone and know if like you're their bias? Like, can you just be like, yep?
I want that to be a question.
That would, yeah.
We knew. We 100% knew.
I mean, it's true though, because when I was for GOT7, like when I was sitting there, when I walked in the room to interview them, I looked once to the side just to be like, hello. And Yu-Gi-Um looked at me. He knew. I was just like, he knows. He knew. Literally, I remember asking questions and Yu-Gi-Um looking at me with like a smirk on his face, like, I know that I'm your favorite bitch. And I was like, fuck.
Girl, anyone with like any type of sense in their body can feel the love that you have for that man.
It's true.
Bro, it was the same with fucking Hui when we interviewed Pentagon. Like, I made no eye contact with him. None whatsoever. I was looking at everyone else but him. And the one moment I turned to look at him, he looked at me and he gave me the smirk. And I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, there's no fucking way he knows. I was like, this is impossible. Like, there's just no way he knows. And every time I looked at him, he would just be like, And I was just like, oh my God, he knows. I was like, how? And then I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to hide it. And then I just stared at him the whole time.
Yeah, at that point, it's just like, well, you know now, so whatever. It's fine.
I know Backho knew that Carolina.
Oh my God. Another funny moment that happened with like idols. Like, it's insane. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, like you're so professional. You're like, you got it together. Like you're cool and collected. And then there's moments that you just lose it. Obviously, you don't lose it in front of them. Okay, that's the rule. Basically, we're chilling backstage, waiting. And this was the year that NYAFangirls was on the lineup. NYAFW. Basically, NYAFangirls passes by right in front of me. And this is the first time I'm seeing Backho like in person, like near me, like in person, right? If anybody that is here and knows of our podcast and listens knows that I love that man. Like, that man is everything.
Backho.
Literally, I scream his name. Like, Backho. Like, it's just with force. Anyways, at the moment I saw this man for the first time, he walked past. I held my breath. And after he passed by,
and
I slapped Kat in the thigh. And I was like, did you see his butt? Like,
literally, those are the literal words out of her mouth.
Like, I hate myself. For doing that. But that was like the reflex. So I know the moment that he saw me and I saw him, I know that he knew that he was like low-key the love of my life. Like that, like one of them, right? Like that's just it.
Yeah, because when he walked back, he was talking to like members of 17. And so they were walking back together and he literally like stopped talking to them, stopped in his tracks, turned to us and like bowed and said hello and then kept walking. I was like, why did you do that? There was no need.
I'm not mad about it. Maybe he heard me, who knows.
That whole year was so wild. Like, doing press that year
was insane because everything happened like in those moments when we were just like sitting and waiting.
Literally.
They would just like nonchalantly pass by me and I was just like, oh my God. Or when I ate shit in front of 17.
I'm
Like,
still mad I didn't witness that.
bro, I hated my entire fucking life. So at Staples Center, like when you're backstage, there's a restroom and like they lay out cords, right? So I'm like, okay, I need a pee. So I asked the people like, oh, can I go to the restroom? They're like, oh yeah, go ahead. Like, and you have to pass catering, like the catering place to go to the restroom. So I go in and I go to the bathroom. Like, okay, bet, whatever. I see like like a manager or something, a staff member. I'm like, oh, okay, hi. I like walk out, and as I'm walking out, like 17 is coming from the catering side and I'm coming from, let me be more specific, S Scoops, Mingyu, and Dino are coming out of catering and I'm walking out of the bathroom. My ass, of course I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Kim Mingyu is in front of me. So of course my ass is like, oh my God. And so I'm like, oh hi, boom, and fall straight on my fucking face over this fucking wire that's in the middle of the floor, and they all just look at me like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Maybe we should have a whole segment on like scaring idols, because like at that point they're probably like, oh God, like like not scared, like fright, but they're probably terrified, like, wow, like we don't want to laugh because we don't want to hurt her feelings, but yikes, like
unless you're
like,
GOT7, then you laugh in their face.
The funnier part is my instant reflex when I fall is to laugh. So I hit the ground, right, boom, and I look up and I just go and so they smile, but they don't know if they should help me up or if like I'll get up by myself. So I just sat there and I was like, I'm just gonna get up. And like as I started getting up, that's when they were like, oh, are you Quintana, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was just like, yeah, I'm fine. And the most awkward part is they were going back to their dressing room and I was going back to the press area, so we had to walk in the same direction.
I would have just went back to the bathroom.
Yes.
I couldn't turn around because that staff lady was behind me, so like I couldn't go back into the bathroom. I was just like, okay, this is the... And, like, we were walking side by side, and they just kind of kept looking at me and, like, nodding. And, like, as Scoops kept asking, you okay? Are you okay? I was like, I'm fine. Please stop bringing it up. I was just like, yes, I'm great.
She said, let's just
Fucking
pretend.
fantastic.
Let's just pretend this didn't happen.
Like, it didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Oh my God.
Whatsoever.
Wait, this isn't K-Cup related, but that reminds me of the time that we were in Seattle for a concert, and we're staying at this nice hotel because, you know, we're fancy. It's Kat's birthday or whatever. And we're waiting to check out. And I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom right now. And so I run to the bathroom. Well, not run, but I like, you know, I walk fast. And then I try for the handle and I can't open it. And so I try it again and it won't open. So I walk by, and when I turn around, I see Jay Park.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's right.
Looking at me. So
Like,
I'm like, oh God. And so I turn down the like walkway, and I go and I walk fast. I find the staff member and I tell them, and so they give me the code, and I walk fast. Jay's still there. I'm like, oh my God, I have to go. I don't have time for this. I go, put the code in, try the handle, it doesn't work. I try again and it doesn't work. And I'm like, oh God, I have to turn around and see Jay again. And I turn around and Jay is still fucking watching me.
watching you struggle like this idiot.
From the couch. And then I walk past him because there's no other way to get through. I walk past him, tell the staff member again, and then they're like, oh, sorry, I gave you the wrong code. And so they gave me the right code, and I walk back. And I finally use the bathroom, and then I like wash my hands, and then I get out of the bathroom, and Jay's still right there on the couch, and he is laughing so hard. And I had to pass by him, and he's like, finally got an open hug.
Yeah.
And now he knows why we clown him all the time, because he clowned us.
This is why we clown Joe Park all the time.
Oh my god.
Karma.
The amount of times that man has clowned me.
One of my other favorite stories was when I was at 17's concert, and we were literally dead front and center. It was me and our friend Marianne. Mind you, we are dead center. Her bias is DK, mine is Woozy, right? The amount of times I scream for Woozy. Like, he literally is right in front of me. Less than 10 feet. Woozy! This man did not look my way.
Never.
Once. He did not care. He was just like, if you keep calling me like that, I am not looking your way. And I was like, damn.
He's like, wow, it sure is gusty in here. Someone should close the door. I just hearing a lot of wind. Literally. That must be a 17 thing, though, because Vernon did the same thing to me and Brittany, too. Our friend Brittany. We're like, Vernon! He literally, like, just walked by us, and we're like, Josh. Josh was like, hi! Josh stops to talk to us, and Vernon's just kind of, like, standing there next to him, but with his head turned. Like,
yep, he was just, I don't want to talk to you. Like, yeah, no, I literally, like, I talked to DK more than I talked to anybody, because I was just like, DK, like, you know, my friend, like, you her bias. And he was like, oh, okay, like, friend. Gave her all the attention. Woozy?
But you couldn't get it for
Woozy was just not there. He was like, I'm here to perform. That's the only thing that I'm here to do.
Like, that's the only thing they pay me to do.
It's like a fanfic. He really was just super embarrassed because you were so pretty. He goes, I can't talk to him. I must turn my head. That's what it was. He loved you so much. He was just speechless. He could, like, that he wasn't ignoring you.
You know what?
He just couldn't.
Now that we're talking about this, though, this reminds me that for KCON, I did get, like, high touch for 17. So I saw 17 in Chicago, and I did high touch with them. And the next day, I flew to LA for KCON, where 17 was also gonna be there. And I also got high touch for 17.
Yeah.
So literally I met them like, you know, like Friday, and then I see them again Saturday, and I'm going through the line, and literally the first person is Woozy and then DK. And DK looked at me like, wait, I know you from somewhere.
I have video evidence of him being so shook. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he was just like, wait, because remember, I talked to DK more than I talked to any other member, right? Like, so literally, I think about that all the time.
He was like, wait a minute.
We just saw you yesterday. And I was just like, you sure did.
Sure did.
Like, it's like a crazy concept to them that they're just like, wait a minute, how'd you get here? And you're just like, the same way you did.
I just left earlier.
I'm just thinking, wow, Juhan really is a gentleman. He caught you when you fell, but 3 members of 17 just stood there and looked at me while I was on the ground.
Listen, I'm gonna do the trend on TikTok that literally a girl was just like, you ever just think about it? Like 17 is just some guy. Like, they're just some guy.
Yeah, but they just happen to be nice guys. In me and Kat's instance, well, nope, I guess those 3 members aren't.
They were just, I mean, honestly, like, if you think about it, when somebody falls and you don't know them, you're like, you question yourself to, like, do I help?
I was in front of them. like, there's no one else around.
Me
no
trying to
around.
defend 17, like, wait.
They're so nice, Kat. They just didn't want to, like, yeah. Like, no, they laughed.
No, they laughed. Yeah, they point and laugh.
You don't understand until you've been pointed at and laughed in your face when you fall. You don't understand, Carolina. Me and Kat share this pain.
If you want to know the backstory of why Terica says that, go check out our podcast.
Now that I think about it, almost all of us have had moments where the idols have just sat there and snickered at us when we fell. Terica with GOT7, Cynthia with GOT7, JB laughed right at her face, and me with 17.
JB's always the culprit. Kat, please check your man, because he's so rude.
And the fanfics, no, you guys got it wrong. They would, like, paint that out to be romantic. No, it's not. It's not.
It's
I promise
not
it's not.
It's embarrassing to the max.
But then you think about it now, and, like, at that moment, yeah, you might have been embarrassed. But now, like, look at this. We're sharing it with the world and having a laugh about it.
Do you ever think that the idol, like, on the other end of the spectrum, when they're laughing, they told, like, their bandmates, like, hey, yo, this girl, she fell on her ass. Like that's
Totally,
Yes.
100%.
I know for GOT7, they do it all the time. They have to.
100%.
I 100% know 17 went back to that dressing room and like, y'all will never guess what just fucking happened.
Because I mean, we totally would. Like if we were idols, like we totally would. So they're like you said, they're just some guys.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
so
Especially dudes. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I literally, when it happened, I literally went directly to Carolina and was like, I just ate shit in front of 17. She was like, what? I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe this just fucking happened. I'm not embarrassed anymore by anything, ma'am. I literally like squealed in front of Kong Daniel. So like nothing else can like hurt me.
I'm good. Oh yeah, also until you have in the storm and the rains and the freezing cold, put your life's work into a sign only to have your favorite member of that group look at you like that was the ugliest damn sign he has ever seen in his life.
It was so cold, homie. We did what we could do.
So the concept of our sign was so good. It was a solid concept. We had so many compliments, but because of who we are, we're like, we're gonna take a whole day to like drink wine and make a sign. It's gonna be cute. That didn't happen. We're like scrambling in line for like our, what was it, for sound check, in line trying to make this sign in the middle of winter in Chicago. So it's like raining and it's freezing cold. So we're like taking turns trying to piece together this sign, but of course it's like raining, so like everything's falling apart, and like this was the second attempt. But we're like, we're gonna roll with it because it's not that bad. And when we close it up and Hobie walks by and he pauses and he squints and he makes like a face and he walks away. We threw that sign down so fast and acted like it wasn't ours. Like we left it there.
Like, it was so funny though. Like we're like, did he just?
he said, honestly, your sign sucks. Why did y'all even bring it?
He didn't even give us an A for effort. He was like, ooh, you tried? That was a try? That was your best effort. Yikes. Literally, okay, so it said map of our soul, but instead of like, your body soul, it said soul like South Korea. And we had a little cutout of the country of South Korea. And then we had connecting to it, like little, like, how like a treasure map? It has like the little like dots. Connecting like soul, like it's a little heart. The heart from Seoul, it connected to the state of Texas with a little heart in Austin, and it had my name. And then it had a little heart for Florida with Orlando, and it had our friend Brittany. And then it had Seattle in the state of Washington with a little heart, and for Cynthia. And like basically we're like, map of our soul, like our souls are connected even though we're miles apart, like us in friendship and them in a different country. Solid idea.
Like the concept, incredible. Execution, horrible.
Just like everything we do, idea, amazing.
Execution,
horrible.
Subpar.
It would have been fine if we hadn't put it off until the last minute.
You should have showed it to Jin. Jin would have loved it. He would have loved the pun.
Yeah, we showed it to the wrong member. He was not.
Hobie was like, ooh, no.
The way he looks at them and says, like, that formation was real wonky. You got to shape up. You got to do better. The way he does them and their dancing is the way he looked at that sign. He's like, you decided to bring that out here to show me? No.
Honestly, it was embarrassing, but a great honor to be smirked at.
To be judged by Hobie.
By the Hobie.
To be
but
judged.
It hurt. I was just like, oh my God.
I was like, wow, sir. I didn't judge you when you like spit water in my mouth. Why you judging my sign that I spent money on at Michael's?
And he did spit in her mouth.
It's disgusting. Like that's how we were living before COVID. Can you believe that? Nasty.
It's true. It's so true.
We're basically living that romantic comedy, but just like the romantic scenario, but in reality is comedy scenarios.
Yeah.
All of our concert memories are just concert versions of The Office. Like, I should have turned and looked at the camera when I fell in front of 17. Like,
hey guys, it's Cynthia. I just wanted to say thank you so much for even just listening or watching our content. That means so much to us. And if you ever interact with us, just know that we talk about it for months on end and share it in our group chat, squealing with each other. So thank you so much for supporting joining us.
Hey everybody, it's Terica. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to anyone who has listened to an episode or watched a YouTube video or commented or subscribed or shared our content in any capacity. We have so much fun and we hope you're having fun too. And so thank you for just joining us on all the chaos and allowing me to say whatever craziness pops into my head judgment free. At least I hope it's judgment free. If not, I hope you're just getting a good laugh at it. So hopefully you continue to support us and watch and listen, and thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Carolina. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this was a special episode to commemorate our 3rd year anniversary. I honestly can't believe that we've been doing this for 3 years already. Like, it's wild to think. So to anybody out there that has listened to an episode, that has liked a YouTube video, a tweet, interacted with us in any social platform, thank you. Like, we truly appreciate everything, and all of your support does not go unnoticed. We try our best to just give you the best content that we can. So thank you so much. Hopefully we can continue fangirling on for years and years to come. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, it is your girl Kat from Not Your Average Fangirls, here to say thank you guys. It's kind of weird to think about the fact that we've been doing this for 3 years now, but we have, and the response we've gotten is amazing, and you guys are always so good to us, and just thank you guys for listening, and thank you to my co-host for putting up with my mental breakdowns on a weekly basis about all sorts of things. So we really just do this because we love doing this, and we love being able to create things with each other for other people. And it's just really awesome that we have regular listeners. That's crazy to me. It's also crazy to me that it's been 3 years. That just doesn't seem like it's real. But thank you all so much, everyone who's listened to us, whether it's been from our shitty episodes in the beginning where we didn't know what we were doing, or to when we started our reactions to now. Thank you all so much. We love and appreciate all of you. Never be scared to reach out and say hi to us, because I love talking to people. But yes, thank you guys so much. So whether you are a new Not Your Average Fangirls fan or an old Not Your Average Fangirls fan, make sure you always fangirl on.